Hi everyone, and welcome to UWP 7M. I'm really excited to get to know all of you. I made this video to just kind of introduce what the course is going to be like, how to navigate it, what are the assignments, and everything you need to know for week 0 as well as week 1. So first, welcome to UWP 7M. So today we're going to go over navigating the course and contacting me, which is the most important thing, how to complete the major assignments for the course, as well as why they're important and what purpose they serve. Complete your assignments for week 0 and week 1. So I'm already going to show you, because week 1 is coming up much faster than you think. So first, I want to make sure that you know how to log into Canvas. I recommend that you bookmark it on your computer, as well as download the app onto your phone. The website is canvas.ucdavis.edu, and you just log in with your student information. This course is called UWP 007M001 Fall Quarter, or FQ 2020. It's kind of a mouthful. If you can't see it, you may have to go to the courses section on the left-hand side, then go down, click all courses, then make sure that you click the star on the left of the course so that it will appear there. And I'm just going to show you how to do that really fast so that you know for future. So this is me in the Canvas course, but let's say you can't see it. You go to courses and it's not listed. So what you would do is you would go to all courses, and then you click the star next to it, which should appear right there. Okay? That's what you would do, and then it should show up here in this section. So now that you're here, this is what the course looks like. So I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint, and I'm going to show you what you would do next. So the home page is where you have all of the most important information that you would need. You have access to a link to get to my office hours or to make an appointment to contact me, as well as my email. And you have all of the modules for each week of class. They may not all be available right now. For example, if you click on Module 10, it's probably not going to open for you. But week 0 and week 1 are definitely available right now. So go ahead and click on the week 0 module, and I'm just going to show you again what I mean when I say this. So this is the front page. It says Meet Your Instructor. It has my name, Sabina Simon. It has my email, so you can copy that and paste it to write me an email. And then we have office hours, Tuesday mornings 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. or Wednesday evenings 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So if you want to go to my office hours, you can click on this, and this will take you to the actual Zoom meeting for Tuesdays or for Wednesdays. And I've also included the passcode if you need it. Okay? If you cannot go to those times, because those are Pacific Standard Time, so that's California time, if that doesn't work for you, you can also make another appointment with me on this website called Calendly. So you would just pick the day and look at the times that are available for you. And I believe it's in your time zone. So it'll show you what the times look like for you. You pick the day that works and the time, and then you give me the information that I ask for. So let's say you want to do 8:45. You say confirm. You give me your name, your email. You tell me how you want to talk. So if you want to talk on the phone, you would say phone. If you want to talk on Zoom, you would say Zoom. If you want to do FaceTime, WhatsApp, WeChat, whatever you want, you'd put that and then tell me what your information is so that I can contact you through that thing. Okay, and then you would just click schedule event. So that's how you would do that. It's pretty simple. But that's only if you can't come to office hours. So then it also, as I said, it shows all the modules for the week. So you can go here, or you can click on a specific week and it'll take you to that week. If you'd like, you can also see the whole course schedule right here, but I'm not going to do that just yet. And I'm actually going to click on Module 0, Week 0. And this is what it should look like. You should see something that looks kind of like this. So let's go back to the PowerPoint and see what it says to do. So it says, quick on the week 0 overview first. This assignment will always be due on Monday, just to make sure that you review it early in the week. And it's divided into review, preview, and learn and apply. So if you go here, I just want to show you what that looks like yet again. So if we go, I'm going to click on week 0 overview. Okay. And as you can see, review, there's nothing to review because we haven't learned anything. For prepare, I have to best prepare for the course. I want you to read the syllabus and go to through the course schedule and complete this syllabus quiz. Okay. And I have a couple more little pages that I think that you would benefit from. And then I've also got this video. I will have it posted here. It's not posted yet because I haven't finished making it. And then you have 3 assignments that are all due on Friday. So notice, even though this opens on Wednesday, you have 3 assignments already due on Friday. So it's pretty quick. I have 2 readings here that I'd like you to read. I want you to complete the Writer's Sketchbook questionnaire, and I'd like your introduction discussion board post. And this should be posted to Canvas by Friday, and we can go over that in just a minute. So that's essentially what you would do looking at the overview. Okay? So the way that I've designed this is I want to make this easiest as possible for you. So even though you look at the overview, you might think, oh my gosh, we have so many things that we have to do this week. There's a lot here. The only things that you have to submit or do right now, I'm going to click next, and it'll do it in the order that I want you to do it. So here I have navigating the UWP 7M course site. So it tells you the home page. It gives you the same information about the modules here. It shows you what it will look like and then what you should click next to navigate through each section. It also tells you to click announcements for news. So I may post some announcements here. Okay, that's good. I have one announcement here, how to use Zoom and stay connected. Good. I also have another link to my office hours here. I also told you that if you have a question about something, you can go to the course files and you can see major assignments or course readings there. They're also in each module, but you can see them there as well. I also have some tips about the course. So one thing is, the central concept of this course is persistence in college, a student's ability to earn a degree. So we're going to be doing 2 basic types of readings. One is going to be about reading and writing and academic literacy, and the other one is going to be about persistence. So we're going to be doing 2 basic kinds of readings in this course. You have 2 major assignments, which I will go over with you. We also have discussion board posts, and then I just told you here, please contact me if you have questions. I want you to make the decisions in your writing. I want you to be as independent as you want, but please make sure you ask questions and stay in touch with me and with each other. So I just gave you also some more breakdowns here. I said, look, here's the home page, here's announcements, here's the link to the modules. I told you again how it works, and I gave you some other links that you might like. Okay. So then you could click next and you'll see, oh, there's a syllabus quiz. All right, so what do? Oh, I have to review the syllabus and the course schedule. So notice you can actually access that right here. I gave you the link and there it is. It takes you right to the syllabus and the course schedule. So see how even if you don't do it in order on the overview, clicking next will eventually take you to everything that you need to complete throughout this week. So let's go back to the PowerPoint, and I just want to go over a couple more things, and we're going to start talking about major assignments. So this is all in the syllabus, but there's 4 major points that I want to make for you guys. Okay. So first, if we go back to the syllabus page here, you can download a PDF of the syllabus, which is a little bit prettier to look at, so that's what I'm going to do, and we can go over this together. There's a lot of really lovely information here that you don't necessarily need. The biggest thing that you need to know is that this is what we call an asynchronous class. So that means there's going to be no required Zoom meetings. You can complete this and your time whenever you need to, as long as it's before the deadline. Okay. we'll be using Microsoft 365, Zoom, and Canvas as our learning tools. Okay? So that's one major assignment, one major thing that I wanted to go over with you. Another idea is that I do not accept late work. Okay, so this class goes pretty quickly because it's on the quarter system. I just don't have time to accept late work because I teach here, I teach at another university, and I'm a graduate student myself. So I just don't have time to go back through and grade late work when it should have been turned in the day that it was due. If you have an emergency, of course, tell me. But otherwise, I'm pretty much going to tell you, nope, sorry, you didn't do it. So just be aware of that. In order to pass this course, you must get a C or better to fulfill the entry-level writing requirement. So that means you must get a minimum of 73%. A 72.9 is a C minus, okay? So keep in mind that a 73 is what you need. 72.9 is not enough, okay? So just keep that in mind. These are the major assignments in the course, which we're going to go over in just a bit. But if you'll notice, they're each about 15 points. The biggest assignment is your discussion board, which you're going to do 6 of those. So it makes sense that that is a lot. And I've also included some resources down here if you would like more information about that. So I want to go back to the PowerPoint here. And, oh yes, I also have the course schedule. That was the other thing I wanted to go over. So I've also included this course schedule, which tells you what is due every single week. Now there's a small mistake. This should say revisit discussion number 2, not discussion number 3. But you'll be able to see that whenever you see it. So you'll have your introductory video, and then it will have discussion number 1, and then you post, respond, and revisit. So notice that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you have an assignment due each of those days. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Notice week 3, things start picking up. This is when you have your first larger assignment, your BEAM peer feedback. You have to reply to some peer feedback. Week 4, you have your full draft of your BEAM project, and you have another thing, right? So notice that I mapped out what is due during each week, so you can see which day it's due as well as what you're going to be doing. So that is the course schedule. Everything is due by 11:59 p.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, or Fridays. So that's one major thing I wanted to go over with you as well. So now I want to go over the major assignments in the course. So the first thing is readings for this course. Some are going to be in your discussions. Some are going to just be mentioned in pages or other parts of the module. I really encourage you in this class to read everything and take notes on everything you read, because the readings are going to be your base for your big projects. So that means that if you don't do the reading now, you're just going to have to do it later when you have larger assignments to complete. So if you look on Canvas, I'm going to go back to modules because I just want to show you an example of the reading. So if we go to week 1.1, discussion number 1, this will say number 1. I have 2 readings here, okay? Notice that it says choose one of these 2 readings to complete this assignment, and then you're going to complete the reading organization chart, okay? This is optional. This chart is optional. It is not required, but I highly recommend you use it, okay? Because especially if you read this on the computer and you don't print it out, it's going to be very challenging for you to remember what you read. So I created this chart as a way for you to sort of organize the readings so that you can remember what they are about, and then you don't have to print it and take notes on a separate piece of paper. So the idea is that you would put the title of the reading and then any notes that you have. So important ideas, confusing ideas, a summary of a paragraph, or any thoughts. I have a section where you can write the page or the section, and then you can write words you don't know. So this is something you can use as you read for each reading. It's definitely not required, but I highly recommend you take notes some type of way on the readings that you complete, because you will be using them for your assignments. Okay. The next large discussion, which we just kind of went over, is this discussion. This is your assignment. There will be 6 discussions throughout the semester. 5 of them are going to be graded through week 0 and week 5. They're going to be completed Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So you respond, you post, then you respond, then you revisit. So there's 3 different parts to each discussion. You do your initial post, you do a response, and then you do a revisit. So just like you saw on the course schedule, I have a Monday, Wednesday, Friday discussion. So if you look back here, if we go back to the modules, if we look at week 1, you can see pretty clearly it says discussion number 1, this will say number 1, and then it will be respond and revisit. So notice, this is on the 5th, this is due Monday, this is due Wednesday, and this is due Friday. Okay, so you're going to keep going back to that discussion and completing assignments throughout the week. And you do that for the first 6 weeks of the course. So not just week 1. You do this until week 6. That's the last week that we have readings. It's a very big part of your grade, too. It is 40% of your grade, 40 points total. Do not forget, okay? It's easy to forget. Do not forget. The next large assignment you have is called a writer's sketchbook, okay? This is a place for you to experiment with and archive practice sentences, paragraphs, and ideas. It's kind of like a sketchbook for drawing, where you wouldn't necessarily publish everything in a sketchbook, but it's for you to practice. So you can try new rhetorical techniques, you can try new grammar that we learn, anything that you want, okay? You're going to choose 2 sentence level strategies and 2 writing strategies to experiment. You have 1 questionnaire that's actually due week 0, so keep your eye on that. And then 3 entries that will be due later in the semester. And this is about 15% of your grade, 15 points total. If you want more information about that, again, if you go to the course, if you go to Files here, okay, and you go to Major Assignments, you'll see something that says Sample Writer's Sketchbook and Writer's Sketchbook. This is an example of a student's writer's sketchbook that you can look at and review for yourself. And then I also have more details about the assignment here, but I will be posting that later. You'll see it anyways when I go back to the assignments. So just so you know, you can find them here as well. Okay, so let's go to the next one. This is a big one. This is a big one. This is your BEAM project curated collection. So this is kind of like your midterm. You can think of this as your midterm. So this is week 3 through week 5 we will be working on this. You'll also be working on it week 2 a little bit. The idea is that you create a document that has 4 samples of a rhetorical strategy in action, B, E, A, or M, and we're going to talk about what that is. Don't worry, you shouldn't know what BEAM is yet. Okay? But you're going to be using our course readings. So notice again, you need to take notes on those readings to complete this assignment. There's 2 parts. The first part is you're going to talk about the 4 samples and you're going to explain why you chose them. And then you're going to use one of them as an example in your own writing. Of course, I will go over this more in detail, but I just want to show you this comes up pretty fast, week 3 through week 5, and it's 15% of your grade. We also have a guest editorial. This is kind of like your final paper. The BEAM project helps you to build up to this. So when you do your BEAM project, you can use some of the same readings that you used for that. You can use it for your guest editorial. So for this project, you're going to pretend that you're the guest editor for a journal called Aggie Success. you're going to write a letter from the editor talking about this issue, which you have curated or you put together using the articles from this course. So there's actually 4 parts to this. You're going to make an introduction. You're going to write a bunch of summaries and a synthesis of the articles you choose. You're going to write 5 guiding questions and a references list. Notice that you're going to be doing this for 5 articles. It says the 5 articles you choose. Okay? This is another 15% or 15 points in your grade. So the last thing I want to do is I want to show you your assignments for week 0 as well as week 1. And I just want to show you how you can do this the easiest way for yourself. Again, I tried to make this as easy as possible for you. So you start by clicking here. You say, okay, syllabus, course scheduled, syllabus quiz. Here are some extra websites. Here's this video. Cool. Okay. I've given you 3 things. You have readings, you have your writer's sketchbook questionnaire, and you have introductions. Oh my gosh. So you can either access them here, or what I recommend is you just click next. So now we're at this navigating the UWP 7M course site. This gives you more information about how to navigate everything. Good, we know all of this. Now I'm going to click next again. Here's the syllabus quiz. So here I stop, I look at the syllabus, I complete it, I take the quiz, and then I click next once you're finished. This has your first assignment, the writer's sketchbook questionnaire. So you're going to review this assignment page. So you can click on this and it will take you to the assignment description of what you're supposed to do. Okay. And then it just asks you a couple questions, but what you really are going to do is you're going to download this Word document and you're going to complete this questionnaire. Okay, so you can enable editing and you're going to answer these questions. Write 2 paragraphs here and you're going to talk about these different descriptions of who you are. So what you're going to do is go through this. There should be 3 sections. And that is all you do. You can type directly onto this document and then save it. And then you're going to upload it directly to Canvas. So there will be a button up here that says Submit Assignment, and you're going to submit it. I want you to notice I've included a rubric for this assignment. So it tells you exactly how to get 100% of the grade. It also tells you what half is. It also tells you the date that it's due, October 2nd at 11:59 p.m. That is Friday. Okay? I have another assignment, introduce yourself discussion, right? So I'm so excited to get to know each and every one of you. Let's kick off this course with a discussion in which we talk about yourself, post a written introduction with a photo embedded in the post or that you think represents you. And you're just telling me about yourself as a writer, a human, or a professional. So I wrote this for myself so you guys can get to know me. And I put this picture. This is of my wedding to my husband. We just got married this summer. And so you can read what I wrote as an example here. And then look, we can click next. And then you can go to the last section, which says readings for week 0. So though you aren't going to submit anything for this assignment, I encourage that you complete it during week 0 to help you with the discussion post that will be due Monday of week 1. So I'm already preparing you for week 1. Notice. You're going to read the key concepts and read this. And I've given you a reading organization chart, and this is optional to complete. And I've given you this reading with a reading organization chart to complete as optional. We may never discuss these readings, but you should still read them because you can use them for your other assignments. And then look, now we are at week 1. So at the beginning of every week, I have this how to reach me for office hours or questions. I have the office hours links with the passcodes. I have all this information here, and then we click next. And then I have my week 1 overview. So notice that now you're into week 1. But remember, week 1 starts on Monday. You have an assignment due on Monday. You have to do your discussion, your response, and your revisit. Okay? So again, just like before, we can just click next. It takes you to the discussion. It has the readings. You can click on the readings and it will take you to them. Okay? I gave you an optional reading organization chart. So what you're going to do is read the article. You're going to write a 250-word post introducing the text and author to the reader and describing your reading experience, going from incomplete understanding to partial understanding to complete understanding. So really what I want you to focus on is your reading process and strategies more than the content of the article. What did you do to comprehend the text? Include a description of your experience and examples from the text to illustrate how your understanding of the content developed. And then you're going to end with an open-ended question. This is key. What is an open-ended question? This is a question that you can ask for people to provide answers in their own words with their own experiences about the subject. So something like a how or a why or a what. Why do you think they say this? How do you feel about this? Right? So what I would do is you really want to make the question something that someone could easily respond to from their personal experience. And then look, I've given you a next button. And remember that beam assignment I was telling you about? Well, this actually gives you an overview of what you're going to do. So there's a lovely video, and I've given you 2 more readings, and I've given you an assignment sheet. So now, if you want to know what the beam project is, you can either find it here, or you can go back to files, but this is the beam project. So notice that I've already introduced it, week 2. You already have access to it. There's nothing to submit here, it's just a page, but I recommend you read those. You go back to your discussion, you respond. I have another rubric here showing you how to get an A. And then you have your last assignment, which is a revisit. Okay? So just make sure as you're going through each of these that you're really just looking at the due date, seeing when everything is due, when everything needs to be done. Okay? And then if you click next, now we're in week 2. So now you're finished for that week. So that's how I designed it for you. Of course, you don't have to do it that way. You could always go back to modules and do it in whatever order you want to. But just remember that it will be in order of due date. So you're going to be doing things in the order that they are due. All right. So I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions, I would love to meet you if you come to my office hours, Tuesday mornings or Wednesday evenings. If that doesn't work, again, you can make an appointment with me on Calendly. But I'm really excited to meet you, and I hope this quarter goes well. Bye-bye.